Hey everyone, Joe Lignor here with your tip clip of the week. Now this week I'd like to talk to you about 4 of the most powerful words, not just in the English language, but in any language. And these are arranged in 2 pairs of 2. Now the first pair I want to talk to you about is thank you. The simple phrase, thank you. Now you would think, kids are born with a gene, a thank you gene, where it would just be automatic, but it's not. Thank you is a pair of words, powerful words, that have to be taught, have to be modeled. They need to hear it from others over and over, as much as you saying, you must say thank you if they blah, 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 blah. Teaching with voice is one thing, but for them to hear it, it's more powerful that way. If you say it as the parent, they want to be just like you. They want to do what you do. So they begin to say it. No matter how small the act that was done for them, they need to acknowledge it with a simple thank you. Somebody picks up their pencil, puts it on their desk. Thank you. Oh, your shoe's untied. Be careful. Oh, thank you. Case in point, yesterday I went out with my wife to breakfast in a diner, local diner. And we went in, gave our name. It was very crowded. We couldn't get seated right away. So we went out and stood in the vestibule. So I was right next to the door. So as people came in, I would hold the door open for them and they would go in and give their name. Some stood inside, some came back outside. And in a brief time, probably about 15 minutes, 15 minutes, at least 25 people came in and out of that door. And of the 25 people, 6 said, oh, thank you very much. 6. Going past me in or going past me back out to wait, 6 people out of about 25 people. And that's pretty sad. And if the kids don't hear the adults say it, it's not going to get done. They're not going to pick it up. They're going to take it for granted that other people are supposed to do favors for them. And it doesn't become a big deal to them when it really is a big deal. Thank you. 2 powerful words. Now the other 2, just as powerful in any language, but a little more difficult to teach, is I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To be able to say I'm sorry for a child is very difficult. It's something that has to be learned. Children, after all, children are concerned with them. It's all about them. And that's a natural thing. They have to be coached and taught that it's not all about them. They have a responsibility to others that are in their space, that they can't say certain things, they can't do certain things, they have to behave a certain way. And when that doesn't happen, it affects others. And that affecting of others is empathy. They have to recognize that what they just did or what they just said is hurtful to others, or contributes to them not being able to participate, or they can't hear a lesson because of something that they did. They have to feel the other person. They have to feel what they're going through. And that's a difficult thing for a child to understand. It has to be purposely taught. You have to model it, set it up, and let them see it. And when they don't do that, the first 2 words out of their mouth should be, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it's difficult again because it involves empathy That's a skill that has to be taught. And then the second thing, they see saying I'm sorry as a weakness when really it's a strength. It says, hey, I'm self-aware to know that I just caused you pain. I would feel that pain if somebody said that about my haircut, about my new shoes, about my pants. Or I would be upset if somebody came in and slammed the door and didn't have any regard for me. I'm sorry. It's a critical, powerful phrase that kids need to learn how to say. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It's empathy, showing empathy for another person, which is a valuable skill that kids have trouble developing. They have to see it as well as be told about it. This week, it's pretty simple. 4 words. Thank you for anything that's done for you, no matter how big, how small. Thank you. I'm sorry. Anytime that you've invaded someone else's personal space, hurt their feelings, their dignity, it involves empathy. Both I'm sorry and thank you. Not only taught, but you have to model it for the kids. They have to hear it coming from you, coming from an older brother or sister. And all of a sudden, they begin to get it. But if it's something you're just saying and not doing, they're never, ever, ever going to do it on their own. Guys, have a great week. Don't forget Terranovas this week. Bed early. A really good, nutritious breakfast in the morning. Drop them off, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, all excited and ready to do Terranovas in the morning. Guys, have a great week. See ya. Peace, love. Bobby Sherman.